Welcome to my 5-minute flower series where I show you how to embroider a flower in just a few minutes. Today I'm going to show you how to do baby's breath, and it is super simple, so I'm just using my heat erasable pen. Sometimes I use a pattern, but this one is just a couple of sticks and it can really be however you want it to look, so I'm just drawing it by hand. And then as usual, I'm putting a piece of cotton fabric underneath my stitching fabric just so it can be more secure and not bunch up while I'm stitching. Because baby's breath is pretty delicate, I'm splitting this embroidery floss, so I'm only using one strand, pulling it through and doubling it over so that it equals 2. I always knot it at the end so it doesn't go all the way through the fabric. As usual, you're going to start underneath your fabric, pull it all the way through, go one stitch length forward, and then when you come back up, you're going to go right in the middle of that stitch that you just did. This is called the split stitch, and we're going to do it for the whole entire stem. If you want, you can go straight up this middle stem like I am doing, or you can branch out and finish that little side stem and then go back to the middle stem. However you want to do that is completely up to you. So I did the main stem here, and then I just drew a couple of stems coming off that, and then a couple more off that, and a couple more off of that. It's really however you prefer. Baby's breath, I just noticed, was very like straight lines instead of more curved stems. You don't even have to draw it out if you don't want to, you can just freehand it. For this stem color, I'm using DMC Floss 3022 Brown Gray. Everything I'm using, I'm going to link below. Then when you're done with that color, you can go ahead and knot it in the back and cut it off. Now time for the actual flowers. I'm using 2 strands of embroidery floss, doubled over, pull the needle through so then it actually makes 4. You're going to come up all the way through the back of your fabric. Wrap your thread around your needle 2 to 4 times. I usually end up doing 3. And then you're going to put your needle back down through that same hole and pull it all the way through. This is called the French knot. And that's it. Because baby's breath is just little buds, I'm just going to keep doing these on the ends of each of my little stems. Then I'm just going to go back with a hair dryer and heat up this fabric so that it erases the markings. You can also use an iron if that works out better. Just be careful because the French knots are a little bit raised. You just got to be careful with the iron. But these pens are amazing. They completely erase and you cannot see any markings whatsoever. And that is it. Baby's breath is one of my favorite flowers, and I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what else you want me to stitch.